You don't want to clean your room. You don't want to cook. You don't want to answer messages. You go to work because you have to, not because you actually have the energy. And when you finally get home, even the smallest things feel like too much. Taking a shower feels like a task. Making food feels like a project. Replying to one text feels like a full conversation you don't have the strength for. And the confusing part is, nothing dramatic even happened. You're not in the middle of a crisis. You're not lying on the floor crying. You're not completely falling apart. You're just tired. Not the kind of tired that goes away after one good night of sleep. The kind of tired that follows you into the morning. The kind that makes you wake up feeling like you never really rested. The kind that makes life feel heavier than it should. So you start blaming yourself. Maybe I'm lazy, maybe I'm weak, maybe I just have no discipline. Maybe everyone else is handling life better than me. But what if that's not the truth? What if you're not lazy? What if something inside you has been running on empty for too long? One of the clearest signs of deep exhaustion is when small tasks start feeling strangely difficult. Washing the dishes, folding clothes, cooking something simple, replying to a message, going to the store, getting ready for work. These things are not technically hard, but they feel hard. And that is what makes you feel guilty. Because part of you says, this should be easy. Why can't I just do it? But when your energy is low, your brain does not measure tasks by how simple they are. It measures them by how much effort they require. And when you are already drained, even a small task can feel like it costs more than you have. It is like trying to pay for something when your bank account is empty. The price may be small, but if you have nothing left, even small prices feel impossible. That is why cleaning your room can feel overwhelming. Not because you do not know how to clean, but because the task is asking for energy you do not have. Sometimes you are tired because your life is full of things no one sees. You may look like you are doing nothing, but inside, your mind is doing a lot. Thinking about money, thinking about work, thinking about family, thinking about the future, thinking about what you forgot, thinking about what people expect from you. This is the invisible load. And the invisible load is exhausting because you cannot always explain it to people. You cannot say, I'm tired because I've been thinking all day. People may not understand that. But thinking can drain you. Worrying can drain you. Pretending to be fine can drain you. Holding back emotions can drain you. Being responsible for everything can drain you. Trying to stay calm when you are not okay can drain you. And because none of this looks dramatic from the outside, you may not even give yourself permission to be tired. You tell yourself, I didn't do enough today to be this exhausted. But maybe you did. Maybe the work was just happening inside you. You're not lazy. You're overloaded. Laziness is when you have the energy but choose not to care. Exhaustion is when you care but you do not have the energy to act. And many people call themselves lazy when they are actually overloaded. A lazy person usually feels comfortable avoiding things, but an exhausted person feels guilty the whole time. They are lying in bed, but they are not peaceful. They are scrolling, but they are not relaxed. They are avoiding tasks, but they are mentally punishing themselves for it. That is not laziness. That is a tired person stuck between needing rest and feeling ashamed for needing it. You want to do better. You want to clean. You want to cook. You want to work with more energy. You want to reply to people. You want to feel like yourself again. But wanting is not the same as having the capacity. And sometimes the problem is not your motivation. Sometimes the problem is that your system has been carrying too much for too long. The nervous system that never turns off. Your body is designed to protect you. When something feels stressful or unsafe, your nervous system becomes alert. Your muscles tense. Your mind starts scanning for problems. Your body prepares you to handle something. That is useful in short moments, but many people live like this all the time. They wake up already tense. They check their phone and feel pressure. They go to work and force themselves through the day. They come home and still cannot fully relax. Then they sleep, but their body never truly feels safe. So the next morning they wake up tired again. Not because they failed to rest, but because their nervous system never fully turned off. This is why you can be physically still but internally exhausted. Your body may be sitting on the couch, but inside, it feels like you are still running. The problem with fake rest. A lot of people think they are resting when they are actually just escaping. Scrolling for hours, watching random videos, lying in bed with a heavy chest, eating without tasting, sleeping too much but still feeling empty. None of this means you are bad. It means your brain is trying to find relief. But fake rest does not always restore you. It distracts you for a while, but it does not refill you. Real rest feels different. Real rest makes your body softer, your breathing slower, your mind quieter, your heart less heavy. But many people do not know how to reach that kind of rest anymore. You should be doing something. You're wasting time. You're falling behind. Other people are doing more. So even rest becomes stressful. And when rest feels stressful, you never truly recover. When life becomes too much without looking too much. Sometimes life does not have to completely fall apart to become too heavy. It can be the same routine every day. Wake up tired, go to work, smile when you do not feel like smiling. Come home, try to clean, try to cook, try to answer messages. Try to be a good person, try to stay positive, try to sleep, repeat. Nothing looks extreme, but slowly your energy disappears. Because it is not always one big problem that breaks people. Sometimes it is 1,000 small pressures that never stop. One more responsibility, one more message, one more bill, one more expectation, one more day of pretending you are okay. And then one day, you look at a simple task like washing a plate or making breakfast, and you just cannot. Not because the plate is heavy, but because you are. The quiet message behind no energy. Having no energy for anything does not always mean you have given up. Sometimes it means your body is asking you to pay attention. It is saying, I can't keep going like this. Not in a dramatic way, not in a loud way, but quietly. Through tired mornings, through messy rooms, through unanswered messages, through the feeling that everything requires too much effort. Your exhaustion may be trying to tell you something. Your exhaustion may be trying to tell you something. Maybe you need real rest, not just sleep. Maybe you need less pressure. Maybe you need to stop carrying things alone. Maybe you need to feel emotions you have been avoiding. Maybe you need to stop treating yourself like a machine, because you are not a machine. You are a person. And people cannot run forever without care, softness, support, and peace. So if you have no energy for anything anymore, maybe the question is not, what is wrong with me? Maybe the better question is, what has been draining me for so long that I started thinking this was normal? And maybe you do not need to hate yourself back into productivity. Maybe you need to understand yourself back into healing. Because you are not lazy, you are not weak, you are not broken, you are tired in a way that deserves attention. And the first step is not forcing yourself to do everything. The first step is finally listening to the part of you that has been begging for rest.